Hello again guys, so welcome back to Harmonious Movement. Today we're going to ask the very important question: are running shoes bad for you? So obviously when I use the term running shoe, it encompasses many different kinds of shoe, different brands, different shapes and sizes. So we're just going to talk about your average modern synthetic soled running shoe that you see most people wear, because most people wear a running shoe when they go for a run similar to this kind of design. So we're just going to break this design down, and we're just going to see, there's certain things about it, how they impact foot health and how they impact your running gait, your running technique, and maybe if they lead to any long-term pain or injury. Okay, so we're going to start by looking at the toe box here. So this is a toe box here. For those of you who don't know, the toe box is pretty much the amount of space and area that your toes have inside the shoe, and it's the amount of room they have to move around. Brilliant. So as you can see in the video, I'm going to start by drawing an outline around my foot with no restriction, so it's just my bare foot. Okay, so from there, now I've got the shape of my foot and toes. I'm going to compare this with the sole of the running shoe. So I've taken the sole out there. I'm going to do this by overlapping them. And as you can see, they don't match up. And this shoe is my size. Okay, so bringing it back now, so here are the 2 feet. So this is the sole from the running shoe, from the Nike shoe, and this is just my bare foot, so the outline of my bare foot. And as you can clearly see on the video, I'm just gonna show it here now. If we can manage to line these up. Yes, so as you can see here, this blue area here that I've shaded in, and here, it's very small, but it's very important. This is the area of restriction of motion from wearing a shoe like this with a narrow toe box. Okay, and what does this cause? So why is it actually bad? Or why am I even talking about this? The reason why is because, got the shoe, when you restrict the movement of your toes, especially when you run, it doesn't allow your toes to spread out, and that's what they naturally want to do. And this does cause quite a lot of things. First of all, it doesn't feel comfy, it leads to discomfort. I've personally experienced it when I'm running. When I did used to run in training shoes like this, got things like blisters, and running just never really felt comfortable. Just felt like I was trying to just get through it and finish at the end, which is not what you want to do when you run. You want to enjoy it, okay? So that's the first thing. And after that, the second thing is, if you've got a wider area on the ground that your foot is encompassing there, okay, that's going to allow you to have more balance, and it's also going to allow you to distribute the pressure. And I'm just going to demonstrate that now using a bottle, okay? So how am I going to demonstrate this? So here's a bottle right here. So you'll notice on the bottle we've got 2 ends here. The first end, it's got a wider surface area here. Okay, this is the base, and the top here, which this isn't the base. Okay, it's not designed to stand like this. This is smaller, as you can see. It's got a smaller surface area. Okay, this is the same thing that happens when you scrunch your toes up into a tight space, just like you would do by wearing that. Okay, as you can see, this isn't the natural shape of the human foot. Okay, so that's just something to bear in mind. So with the bottle now, then you can see here, okay, it's balanced. Okay, it's obviously, it doesn't take a lot to knock it over really with this one, but it's got more stability here. You see, it's more stable here, I feel confident doing this, but I don't feel confident because I don't want to drop it. Trying to balance it here, it's quite difficult, it's very difficult, you see? So this is the same thing that happens very slightly, it's not drastic, but it does happen when you don't allow your toes to spread out. Okay, awesome, so that's point number one. So then point number two, we're going to go on to, is the arch support. So you can see in this shoe here, it's got built-in arch support. Very slight again, very slight built-in arch support, but it's there. Why is this a bad thing? Okay, because we've been led to believe that you need to support your arch. You don't want a flat foot. Okay, but your arch is naturally designed under pressure to relax and flatten. Okay, that's what happens. So your arch relaxes and flattens, and it acts as a spring. You see, so your foot acts as a spring there. As soon as you stop your arch from being able to do that natural movement, then you don't allow your foot to dissipate the forces experienced when you run naturally. Okay, so if you've got, just touch on that again, if you've got something underneath your arch there, you're going to land hard. You see, your foot is not going to be able to relax and use its elasticity. Also, by using arch support for a long period of time, okay, it will gradually lead to your arch becoming weaker, okay, and the muscles in your arch becoming weaker, which will in turn give you a flatter foot, which will in turn make you, you'll probably be prescribed more arch support to counter that weakening of the arch. Okay, so that's something we really got to look out for there, because you can get into a vicious circle. How I like to equate it to is sitting in a very soft, cushy, slouchy sofa, you see, and kind of just slouching there for sitting like that for years and years and years and years. Eventually, your body is gonna have a harder time to support itself. Okay, and the last one, touch on the arch support, is something I've definitely experienced a lot, and it's the fact that you can hear, you see, you can hear your foot strike, and often the joggers from maybe 100 meters away, you can also hear the thudding, okay, which is not good. That's not what you want to hear, okay? When you wear no shoes at all, or shoes, minimalist shoes, like this for example, no cushioning here at all. When you land, you can't land hard because it will hurt, okay? The pressure receptors in your foot, they're going to signal to your brain, okay, whoa, we need to slow down, okay? We're landing too hard here, the forces are too high, it's going to lead to injury, okay? But when you have a soft body underneath your foot like this, a very soft, cushiony body designed to absorb the impact, okay, not just for protection, that then messes with the signals going from your foot to your brain. So it's messing with the communication there, because it's allowing your foot to land very hard on the ground. That's what causes that thud. By allowing your foot to land very hard, it might feel okay. Okay, this is a problem. It feels okay because it doesn't feel painful, but that's the exact problem. Because you're not getting the information, the pain from the landing, you're thinking it's okay, you just keep running. But what you can't feel is the impact going into your joints. You will feel that, but maybe over a long period of time, and it's going to result in things like shin splints, runner's knee, hip problems, which then in turn lead to lower back problems. Nice, okay, so last point I'm going to make here in regards to the shoe is how this shoe and most modern running shoes are designed for a heel to toe motion, you see? So a heel to toe rolling or rocking motion, okay, for running. You don't want to run like this, you want to walk like this, okay? So there's nothing wrong with walking heel to toe. It's perfectly normal, okay? It's a perfectly normal movement. But as soon as you start to run like that, that's when the problems arise. So, why? Okay, it's because when you walk versus when you run, when you're running, there's a lot more kinetic forces involved because you're moving faster, okay? So by moving faster there, you're generating more energy. So as more energy is being generated, you don't then want to heel strike, because as you heel strike, which is when you land with the heel first, that's the first point of contact, when you do that, it's a very slight stopping movement. So I'll just demonstrate it here. See? So you're going to land with a heel, that's going to stop you, and then you're going to roll through. Okay, so you're going to land with a heel, then you're going to roll through. Okay, if you've got bad technique. But when you run, you want to land, if you've not got a shoe on the midfoot there. So you're going to land on the midfoot, then your foot relaxes, bending the knee, bending the ankle, then propels you forward. So running with a heel strike, it causes a stopping motion, which is counterintuitive, because when you run, you want to be moving forward. Okay, so any energy that's not resulting in you being propelled forward is more or less wasted. Okay, so that's wasted energy there. So it's a less efficient movement pattern for when you run. But when you are running and you stop yourself, that energy's then got to go somewhere. So if you heel strike when you run, you see, if you put your heel down first, that it's got to go somewhere. Okay, so where does it go? Instead of being transferred to the muscles and then into your bones, it gets transferred straight into your bones. See, so it's transferred straight into your heel, then to your shin, and then to your femur. Okay, your bones aren't meant to work like that. The muscle skeletal system, especially for running. When you run, the reason why we've got so much muscles in our legs is because when we land, we want to land softly and absorb the impact. Another reason why your average running shoe is promotes a heel to toe running style or heel strike, or makes it easier and makes it feel okay, which is not good, is the fact that the toes, you see the toes here, they curl up naturally. Okay, this is part of the shoe, you see, they curl up. This is not what you want. It promotes the rolling action, okay? By rolling on the ground with your foot when you land, you increase your ground contact time. Therefore, you increase the time under tension of your muscles in your legs. By increasing the time under tension, when you're running, you're not using the elasticity of your muscles. You're not using the potential in your muscles to be elastic. Okay, you're landing and you're trying to use more energy than you need to. Best way I like to equate this to, when you see boxers skipping, they only touch the floor for a fraction of a second. They don't land, okay? That's because there's less time under tension. When you're here, it's easier. Okay, you're using less energy because you're using the elastic potential of your muscles. And by using more energy in your legs, you're going to get fatigued faster, so you'll be out of breath faster and your legs will get tired. Okay, and that's not what I want when I run. I want to be able to run and not get tired for as long as I can. Okay, because eventually, yes, we will all get tired. Okay, you will get out of breath, but you want to prolong that period where you're feeling good, where you feel relaxed, when your heart rate's low. So in conclusion, to finish it up, for me, I can't say this shoe is bad, okay? There's nothing strictly bad about this shoe, because it's not always just about the shoe. It's about your technique as well sometimes, and maybe your age, where you run, maybe uphill, downhill, how far you run, how fast you run. These kind of things, and also your mentality when you run, okay? How relaxed you are. These kind of things are gonna impact your running as well. It's not just about the shoe, so you just got to bear that in mind. So it's never just black and white like that. But it's about what you want out of running. So for me, I want to be pain-free, injury-free. I want to feel light on my feet. I want to enjoy running. I want to feel free. And I want to have longevity and run into old age. So because I've got this, my own opinion and this perspective, I can't then buy this shoe because I know this doesn't fit with my belief. For me, it's, in my opinion, if you want these things, if you want to be pain-free, injury-free, if you want longevity, your traditional modern running shoe, I wouldn't say it's your best bet, okay? You're probably better investing in something with no heel to toe drop, more of a minimalist shoe. So there's a lot of factors, but for me, if I had to make a judgment, I'd say a shoe like this, I'd avoid it at all costs. Okay, so that's that cleared up. So I just want to say thank you guys. So if you've stayed to the end, thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it, really genuinely appreciate it. Any likes, any comments, obviously really helps me out, so it goes a long way. So thank you for that, guys. Awesome. Have a great rest of the day, guys. Have fun, get out there, challenge yourself, enjoy it, and keep moving harmoniously. Thanks, guys.